Okay, guys, so we're going to be talking about keeping your expenses low for the time being, okay? And you should always do this when you're starting a business, okay? It's like when people start a business and they start to see a little bit of success, they made their first 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, whatever. They think that it's like a pass to spend all this money. And now, since you're living at your parents' house, you can move out and buy your own place, okay? Not and rent a place for like, 2,000, 3,000 a month, okay? Doesn't really matter what. And this is a mistake that a lot of businesses fail to make, because when you're in the startup phase of your business, and yes, you're making money, a lot of stuff can still go wrong. And building a business in general, shit is going to go wrong. It's guaranteed to go wrong. For example, your ad account can go down. You might lose momentum. People might not like your product anymore. These things can all happen, and this can eat into your margin. And once you stop making this money, you're gonna wish you never spent all your profit on stuff, like on the good stuff. Okay, maybe you wanted to go on a holiday somewhere, okay, and spend like 10, 20 grand just because you want to reward yourself for making that money. But I think that is probably the biggest mistake most people that make money, because most people don't make money in general, okay? They fail business and they don't even make a single cent, okay? But the people that do make money, this is a trap that they get into. They buy a new car, they think they're all of a sudden they're rich now, they have a lot of money, they have a decent chunk of money, they can go and raise their expenses, start living the good life, okay? And for me, I'm still like that. I'm not gonna start to live anything like, or start to pay like extra for rent, buy a new car. I'm not into that stuff, okay? Designer clothing, like I still eat. I literally eat like 2 meals a day, and that's like my only expense, like 2 meals, and then obviously my business expenses, but I don't count that as, like, I'm talking about spending on yourself, okay? So you should, in this period where you're making a little bit of money, this is the time to stack your cash, okay? Stack your cash, make your money, okay? Make a lot of money, and make it to the point where you're really, really comfortable, okay? Because having like 30, 100 grand in the account, it's okay, but it's nothing special, okay? Like obviously it's a lot of money, but it's nothing special because it can go like that, okay? Because if you're running your brand and you're probably operating at like 20% margins, you make like $1 million, you only like net profit like 200 grand, like it looks good on screen that you made $1 million, but you only profited like 200,000, which is still very good, right? That is very good margins for a business. But you need to stack this cash, and you need to kind of build the kind of snowball effect where your brand has a lot of repeat customers. You're building your brand into something long term. You have a community, you have people that you have you have emails for people coming back, a lot of repeat customers. Now this is the time where you double down. You can invest in more people, and use that money to invest to buy back your time so you can improve the business. So for example, you don't have to hire an agency, but you can have someone else do your emails, you can have someone else script your ads, you can have more content creators, and this overall will grow your business where you can improve your margin and do more revenue. And over, like, let's say for example, you do this and you don't really like excessively spend, you can easily make like $2-3 million in the bank in cash if you just don't spend it and you just compound your money that you already have, okay? And instead, what most people do would probably, if they make like 100 grand profit a year, they spend that 100 grand, but the next year they have to make that 100 grand back. So they're always in this loop of making 100 grand a year, but their spending habits are just terrible, and they just keep living this cycle, okay? Whereas if you save all that 300 grand, you let that compound, you reinvest in your business, you can grow your business exponentially. You can be making like 100 grand this year, 300 grand this year, 800 grand this year, if you reinvest everything and you work hard, okay? So yeah, that's all I want to say, is just like, when you start making money, don't think that's a bypass to spend it all, okay? Keep that money. Like you got to pay taxes as well, you understand? So really got to focus on keeping your expenses low at the start, okay? Even if you're in like the 3-year phase, 4th-year phase, still keep your expenses low, because it takes time to build a good company, okay? It takes good. And if I do end up spending money, it's probably on ads, and if I do go on a holiday, I use points instead of like flying and paying cash for the flights, okay? It's not like I'm going first class, okay? But yeah, just save your money, keep your expenses low, You gotta remember, you're a hustler. You have to keep your expenses low at the start, because you got to understand how hard it was to make that money to begin with, okay? But this doesn't apply to people that aren't making any money. Like, if you're not making money, just keep working hard. You don't have to worry about this video. You can skip it, actually, but probably should have told you that at the start. But I'll see you guys later.